Om. 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 Om Ganana Antva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshthārajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannotibhissedasadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinamavitriyavatu Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswatyai Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Sai Ishwaraya Namaha Harihi Om Marichaya Swayam Bhuvaha Ye Shariranya Kalpayan Te Te Deham Kalpayantu Machate Khyasmati Uttishthatamasvapta Agnimichhadvam Bharataha Rajya Somasya Triptasaha Suryena Sayujoshasakha Yuva Suvasa Aha Ashtachakrana Navadvaram Devanam Purayodhya Tasyagum Hiranmayah Koshakha Swargo Loko Jyotishavrtaham Yo Vaita Am Brahmano Vedam Amrutena Vratam Purim Tasmai Brahma cha Brahma cha Ayuh Kirtin Prajan Daduhu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri 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 Satya Sai Baba Varu. May we all be together. May we all be nourished together. May we all work together with great vigor. May our studies shine and illumine our intellects. May we not hate or contradict or conflict with each other. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Hari Om, Shalom, Sairam, Namaste. We are studying the Anuvakam 27 of Aruna Prishna, and the description about the wake-up call, Uttishtatama Swapta, to wake up and not get into the slumber. And when you wake up and you kindle this fire of wisdom as the lover of God, then you partake this elixir of the divine essence. Then you start marching in the light of God together. Uttishtata Jagrata Prapyavaran Nibodhata Kshurasya Dhara Nisita Duratyaya Durgam Patastat Kavayo Vadanti. Kathopanishad, beautiful mantra that last week we discussed about how incredible this mantra was. Such a powerful mantra that Swamiji Vivekananda has often quoted, to wake up from this slumber so that you are young and energetic, Yuva, the ever youthful one, Suvasa, beautifully attired, not your old dirty cocoon cloth with two wings of love and service like a butterfly that is about to take up this journey, yet possessed by this Ashtachakra Navadvara Devanam Purayodhya Tasyagum Hiranmaya Koshaha Swargo Loko Jyotishavta. This 8-wheeled and 9-gated invincible city your body has become, within it resides this golden sheath, the Hiranmaya Koshaha. Therefore, and that divine Hiranmaya Koshaha, referred to also as the Hridaya Kamala Kosha, Hridaya, and that is uncomparable, magnanimous compassion that is called Hridaya. And the one who realizes this, Yovaitam Brahmano Veda, whoever indeed deeply knows about this city of Brahman, of the Supreme Brahman, is then Amrutena Vrutam Purim, will be enveloped by immortality. Shrunvantu Vishve Amrutasya Putra. See, all these are not ordinary, simply quotations. They are all spiritually practical quotations. Amrutena Avrutam. Amrutena Avrutam. Purim. Puri means that which is occupied. That which you have occupied, this body, then becomes Amrutena Avrutam. So last week we discussed about this, that the one who is ignorant looks at the body as Mrinmaya. The one who is realized looks at the body as Chinmaya. Mrinmaya means just made of clay. This body is nothing but mud only, no earth. It's not the earthly body then you have. What you have is now Chinmaya, that which is filled with Chit, the awareness of the self. Recognizing that divine architecture of one's own existence, then you seek the harmony, perfect harmony between the formless, infinite and the manifest world. And therefore, you become a walking temple. Amrutena Avrutam Purim Tasmai Brahmacha Brahmacha. 2 words Brahma is used. Tasmai, to him, Brahma, the absolute Brahman, and Brahma, which is the creative consciousness. Both of them will grant Dadau, Ayuhu, a long life, Kirti, a radiant fame, and Prajam, progeny, which is the ability to practice the dharma. Such blessed soul who is aware of this. Am I making sense to all of you? 1 week we forgot everything what we learned. No? Back to normal. 1 week we are totally blissed out. And is my connection okay? Are you able to all? Is the connection okay, Shama?
It's clear here. It's clear.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's clear. Smooth.
I'm hearing some echoes.
Oh.
Amrutena avrutam purim tasmai brahma cha ayuh kirtim prajan daduhu. This is the phalashruti, the fruit of realization of what your actual body is. Okay, is that where we stopped? Or did we continue?
That's where
Sairam?
we stopped.
I don't know what's
We
happening.
paused.
Uncle, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We did pause at that place. We need to
Okay,
continue.
we did pause at that place. Okay. So then we go to 116.8. Vibhrajamanagum harinim.
Vibhrajamanagum harinim. Vibhrajamanagum harinim.
Yashasa samparivrutam.
Yashasa samparivritam.
Yashasa samparivrutam.
Yashasa samparivritam. Yashasa samparivritam.
Is there somebody who is opening up there? Okay. Puragum hiranmayim brahma.
Puragum hiranmayim brahma. Puragum hiranmayim brahma.
Vivesha parajita.
Vivesha parajita.
Don't say parajita. Vivesha parajita.
Vivesha parajita.
Vivesha aparajita. Vivesha aparajita. The word is aparajita there. Okay. Vivesha aparajita. Okay. Om Vibhrajamanagum harinim.
Om Vibhrajamanagum harinim.
A little bit flat, I think.
Om Vibhrajamanagum harinim.
Swati,
Vibhrajamanagum harinim.
it's not managum, managum. It is not a N with a dot below. Yeah.
Vibhrajamanagum harinim.
Okay, Swati, everything is fine. Okay. You can put your cell phone messaging away for a little bit. Everything is
I was
fine.
just asking the team whether we need Avagraha there.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Don't get worried about all of that stuff. Just focus on the mantra. Yashasa samparivritam.
Yashasa samparivritam. Yashasa samparivritam.
Puragum hiranmayim brahma.
Puragum Hiranmayim Brahma.
Please chant, everybody. Please chant along with Shyam, okay? Don't just sit and listen. Narma, everybody, please chant after myself, okay? Do not sit and watch and listen. Be part of it. Uttishtata, masvapta, awake. Do not sleep off in the class. Be part of it. Do not pay attention to anything else. Vivesha parajita.
Vivesha Parajita. Vivesha Parajita.
विभ्राजमानागुं हरिणीं यशसा सम्परिवृताम् पुरगुं हिरण्मयीं ब्रह्मा विवेशापराजिता
Vibhrajamanagum harinim yashasa samparivritam puragum hiranmayim brahma vivesha parajita.
Now, Vibhrajamanam, intensely radiant. Intensely radiant. What is this intensely radiant? Harinim, golden hued. And Samparivritam, completely enveloped by Yashasa, glory. Brahma, the supreme Brahman, Vivesha, has entered Puram, this city, which is Hiranmayim, made of pure gold, and Aparajitam, completely invincible. Aparajita, Aparajitam, just to make sure that the syntax is complete. So what is it saying? This intensely radiant golden hued place, Puram, that is completely enveloped in glory, into that invincible golden city, the supreme Brahman has entered. Already is present there. This is a little bit of, I'll get into that later. This magnificent verse, now it is saying, as this concluding crescendo to the previous mantras, detailing this 9-gated, 8-wheeled fortress of the human body that is blazing with light, Vibhrajamanam, captivatingly golden, Yashasa Samparivritam, wrapped entirely. Not Yashas means not glory, actually Yashas means character. So therefore, the mantra is making a definitive statement about the nature of the physical form. When awakened, the body is not a dark, sinful shell to be despised. It is a radiant, golden vessel vibrating with divine energy. Shrunvantu Vishwe, Amrutatva Putra. This is another Vedic beautiful call. Shrunvantu Vishwe. Listen to the universe within you. The one who is born to immortality. I see, complete different perspective. To think that you are simply a decaying human body that is sinful and all of that stuff. Fraught with diseases, foul smell and all of that stuff. Into this complete shift in focus to say that Once this character within you shines in human values, the mind and senses are entrapped by the human values, then you become this golden hue. Hiranyavarnam harinim suvarnarajatasrajam chandram hiranmaye lakshmim jatavedo ma'avaha. You're all thinking this mantra is for some Mahalakshmi to give you gold and silver, which are very expensive right now, and all of that nonsense. She will give all of that. That's whoever is aware of the divine in their own little awareness or magnanimous awareness. The awareness will shine through only that little bit or that magnanimity. From an atom to the most grandiose, it is only dependent upon your level of awareness. Hiranyavarnam means the one which is radiant with golden radiance. What is that golden radiance? Is your character. Harinim. See all these Vibrajamanagum, Harinim. Everything is referred to as gold. Tat Suvarnagum. See that Suvarnasya, Hiranyasya, Janma. Jataveda means the one who knows the purpose of their birth is Jataveda. Jataveda doesn't mean just Agni. Your awareness about your own self, saying, what is the intent and purpose of my birth? What is that awareness about your own self? Once that enters ma'avaha, then what will you do? You will forget everything about anything else and you will live that purpose and the intent of your life only. Everything else becomes second order, third order business. You will only focus on that first order business. You will stop searching for anything else and only live that, and everything else become consequential to that particular mode of living. Then Brahman has really entered into you. The climax is that with a single verb, vivesha, aparajita, invictus. The one that is now body is Ayodhya, yourself is now aparajita. Hare Indra Babu, what you are all looking at these mantras and going, what is all this stuff, man? I can't connect to any one of this, what he is talking about. So this is the grand declaration. The oneness of the individual soul and the supreme. The creator is your individual. Therefore, Bhagavan Satsai Baba constantly reminded all of us, Dehamu Panchabhautikamu, Dehamu Kulaka Tappa Deppudun, Dehi Niramayundu, Ganutimpaka Dehi Kichavu Puttukala, Moha Nibandhanala Mudralu Levu, Nizamba Chodana Dehiye Deva Devudu, Madintalapo Yaganatmarupudau. People forget all of this stuff. They completely ignore what he has stated, the most magnanimous. And they still go after this gross body, the subtle body, this body, that body. Bhagavan is saying, you are no body. You are not the body, he is saying, because that body is destined to fall, is destined to decay. Dehi Niramayun. This Dehi is nothing to do with any of that business. Ganutimpaga, to count, Savu, Puttuka, birth and death, Moha, attachment, Nibandhanala, Mudralilevu. He doesn't have any of those stamps. And Nizambuchuda, to look at the truth, Dehiye Devadevudu. That Dehi, the indweller, he is the one who is self-radiant and illumines everything else. Deva means that. Deva means that which illumines. Deva means that which is already self-luminous. That is Deva. Mahadeva means that. Mahadeva doesn't mean 1000-watt bulb. Mahadeva means self-effulgent. Mahadevaya Namaha. So that declaration is made. The absolute reality of the cosmos sits precisely in the golden center of your own being, because Brahman himself resides within it, and this fortress of human consciousness becomes completely invincible, untouched by ultimate death or spiritual defeat. Nothing like that. What a beautiful way of living. Huh? What a beautiful way of living. Just for a second, if you just say, hey, I'm nothing to do with all this drama going on. I will drop the D and I will be just that Rama, that which shines and illumines everything. Sai Rama. Therefore, nobody is addressed by their name. Sai Rama or Ramudu. That's it. Some people think that I'm making fun of them. No. We're calling this person as Rama, Sai Rama. There is nobody else other than Sai Rama or Sai Rama. Either Sai Rama or Sai Rama. Both are one only. So, brothers and sisters, what an incredible, beautiful mantras that we are studying. Turning inward with every one of them. Turning inward. Parangetyajamayi.
Parang. uh, It says here.
Parangetyajamayi.
Uncle, in here the text says Paranetya.
Oh, yeah.
But the
Parang. Oh, no.
but
It's not
the
Paranyetya, it's Paranga, Anga. It's not Nara. Na is N with a dot below. This is Anga.
Parang.
Ah, they
I
didn't
think
make a mistake. Come on, they're
the
very.
G. I think the G is missing, Uncle.
No, there is no G. Anga is the N with the dot above is the Anga sound. Parangetyajamayi.
Getya.
Oh, you
Paranget.
mean Parange. Oh, the G is missing in the
G is
Samhita
missing.
Pata.
Yes, in
Parang.
Padapata there is.
Yes. It is missing. You are right. The G is missing in the Samhita Pata. It is present in the Padapata. It is there. Yes. You are correct. Parangetyajamayi. Now, the previous one, Vivesha Parajita, there is no Avagraha. Just seek Anugraha only. This one is also because it is Vivesha Aparajita. It is simple Sandhi of Vivesha Parajita. If it is Vivesha Aparajita or Aparajita, then there will be an Avagraha. There, the previous one, there is no Avagraha. Here it is Parangetya Jamayi. G is missing. Yes, you are correct. Chandrasekhar is making note of it. By the time you finish this mantra, he will correct it and upload it to the app. That's how fast he is. No pressure, Ida. Okay. Parangetyajamayi. Yama Sita, what's
Is it Param or Parang as a
Anga?
consonant? Anga. Okay,
Anga.
so Anuswaram change. Okay.
Anunasika. In Telugu, it is correct. I looked at the Telugu just now on the app. In the Telugu, it is correct. Oh, no. In Telugu also, it is mistake because the Ga is missing. In Telugu also, it has to be fixed in every line.
Okay.
Everything has to be fixed. Okay. For right now, let's look at the Padapatha, which is correct. Parangetyajamayi.
Parangetyajamayi.
Parangetyanashaki.
Parangetyanashaki. Parangetyanashaki.
Iha chamutra chanveti.
Iha chamutra chanveti. Iha chamutra mutra chanveti.
Vidwan devasuranu
Vidvan devasuranu Vidvan devasuranu.
Yeah. Now here it is very important. This kind of mantras, if you know, then you won't split at the wrong place. If you say Vidwan Deva Suranu, Bhayan will be a different meaning. Vidwan, Deva, Asuran, Ubhayan, both of them. So that is Ubhayan means both. If you by mistake you say Deva Suranu, Bhayan means then you become a fearful fellow. Bhaya is fear. So let's chant these 4 lines. Parange tyajyamayi
Parange tyajyamayi. Parange tyajyamayi.
parange tyanashakim
Parange tyanashaki. Parange tyanashaki.
iha chamutra chanveti
Iha chamutra chanveti. Iha chamutra chanveti.
Vidvan devasuranu
Vidvan devasuranu.
You're going a little flat. Please pay
Sorry.
attention to stuff.
Om Vidvan devasuranu.
Good. Now, if you put the emphasis on the swarita on the nu, then the mantra will sound correctly as Ubhayan. That's why I always say that the swara itself carries the meaning associated with the mantra. Om Parange Tyajyamayi Parange Tyanashaki Iha Chamutra Chanveti Vidvan Devasuranu Bhajan.
Parange tyajyamayi. Parange tyanashaki. Iha chamutra chanveti. Vidvan devasuranu. Parange tyajyamayi. Parange tyanashaki. Iha chamutra chanveti. Vidvan devasuranu.
Very good. Parak, Paran means turning outward. Para, Parang, Etya, Jamayi, turning outward, away from yourself, having gone, turning away from yourself, Etya, Jamayi, full of disease and decay, Parang, Etya, having gone and turning outward, Nashaki, subject to destruction, then the fourth line has to come first as a syntax. Vidwan, the wise knower, Anu eti, comprehends and follows the truth of Ubhayan, both Deva, Asuran, the divine and the demonic forces, Iha, here in this world, and Cha, Amutra, and hereafter as well. Bah, what a beautiful mantra. This is exactly what I was saying in previous one. So essentially what these 4 lines are saying is, turning purely outward, the physical form is bound by disease and decay. Turning outward, it is bound to perish. Therefore, the awakened and the wise ones fully comprehend the interplay of both the divine and the demonic forces, both in this world and hereafter as well. So the previous mantras have given grand declarations about how the body is glorified, invincible, golden city of the Brahman. Suddenly now brings back to, hey, that is all great, but these fellows that are in the world, they need the dose of reality. And therefore they bring you back to the perspective of how you are in this relative world. And trying to bring you back to, though that is all fine, sir. And then, yes, I know, that's correct. Therefore, what you're doing, if you are constantly turned outward, parangetya, identifying only with the external rather than the golden indweller, what will you end up in? You will find ending up in this biological machine that is inherently prone to sickness, aging and decay, and ultimately destroyed. Without the inner realization of the Brahman, this city is simply, or this body, this pura, is simply a fragile, mortal construct. Ah, see, beautiful it is. So therefore, Dehamupancha Bhautikam, Dehamukula Katappadeppudan. There is a reason why Bhagavan brought up that sloka to that poem of his to explain all of this. So therefore, what happens? The Vidwan, the realized one, does not live in a naive denial of physical decay, nor do they fall into the despair over that fact. Instead, they deeply comprehend anveti, anvekshana. Anveti means they deeply get grounded in the search. They deeply aware of this duality of this existence, and this existence as it relates to the luminous, the illumined one, and as well as the dark forces within. In Vidyavahini, we are right now studying the Devasara Vibhuti Yoga. All the things, this people don't understand the value and the power of this study circle. They think they are all realized learning these Veda mantras they are done with. Who cares about study circle? You have to be part of study circle. Otherwise, it won't get grounded. Because you are listening to the same thing explained by Bhagavan in a powerful disposition from Bhagavad Gita. All of this will then get. They don't. Then what happens is, last week or which week we did the 25 things in the Baji. When was that? 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Last week.
Last week. Yeah. We went through this Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogaha. What are the divine? What are the demonic aspects that are present within us? And when you become aware of those things, then what will you do? You will accept both as forces. And the wise will not deny that. They don't live in this la-la land denying. It's not about that. Because they understand the interplay of both the light and the shadow, the creation and the dissolution that operates universally, both in this physical realm, Iha, as well as the subtle realms beyond, as Amutra, they remain completely balanced and undisturbed by the consequences to what happens to the physical aspects. They live in the perishable, decaying body while remaining anchored in the imperishable golden truth of the self. What a beautiful way. These mantras are filled with. You see, a wise man doesn't deny the reality of relative reality. They don't strike it off. You are always in the world, but not of it. Parangetya Jamayi, Parangetya Nashaki, Ihacha, Amutracha, Anveti, Vidwan, Deva, Asuran, Ubhayan. Now you see, mantra is completely grounded. Parangetya Jamayi, Parangetya Nashaki, Iha Chamutra Chanveti, Vidvan Devasurano Bhajan. See now, once you understand the mantra and you are chanting the mantra, automatically you get integrated into the awareness. And that awareness of integrating, understanding the meaning illumines the intellect, and the beautiful vibration of the sound itself stills the mind. When the mind is still and intellect is illumined, you will have totality of awareness of the divine within, not outside. So turning inward, then who do you become? Yat Kumari Mandrayate,
Yat Kumari Mandrayate, Yat Kumari Mandrayate,
Yadyoshid Pativrata,
Yadyoshidhyat Pativrata, Yadyoshidhyat Pari, Yadyoshid
என்னடா இது யத்யோஷித் யத் பதிவ்ரதா
Yadyoshidhyat Pativrata, Yadyoshidhyat Pativrata,
அரிஷ்டம் யத் கிஞ்ச கிரியதே
Arishtan Yat Kinchak Kriyate, Arishtan Yat Kinchak Kriyate,
அக்னிஸ்ததனு வேததி.
Agnistadanu Vedhati, Agnistadanu Vedhati.
I know, first time reading for you, it's difficult. I understand that. But I am not that patient when it comes to dealing with people. What can I do? That's my problem, not yours. Okay. Yat Kumari Mandrayate.
Yat Kumari Mandrayate,
Little bit flat.
Yat कुमारी मन्द्रयते
यद्योषेद्यत्पतिव्रता
यद्योषिद्यत्पतिव्रता यद्योषिद्यत्पतिव्रता
अरिष्टं यत्किञ्च क्रियते
अरिष्टं यत्किञ्च क्रियते ॐ अरिष्टं यत्किञ्च क्रियते
अग्निस्तदनुवेद्धति
अग्निस्तदनुवेधति अग्निस्तदनुवेधति
Okay. यत् कुमारी मन्द्रयते यद्योषेद्यत्पतिव्रता अरिष्टं यत्किञ्च क्रियते अग्निस्तदनुवेधति
यत्कुमारी मन्द्रयते यद्योषिद्यत्पतिव्रता अरिष्टं यत्किञ्च क्रियते अग्निस्तदनुवेधति.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. This mantra is going to be very jarring, to say the least. And it would be like, oh my God. I'll tell you the literal meaning so that you get baffled by it. Yat, whatever, Kumari means the young unmarried girl, Mandrayate speaks joyously or whispers. About what I don't need to tell you. You can fill the blanks. What does a young girl, unmarried girl, speak joyously and whispers about to her friends? You can fill the blanks. Yet, whatever, Yoshit, a mature woman, says, yet, whatever, Pativrata, the most chastised wife, declares, Arishtam, safely, secretly, or unblemished, Yat kincha, whatever little kriyate is done, Agni, the divine fire, Tat, that, Anuvedhati, completely knows about it. You cannot hide from this Agni. Who cannot hide? A young, beautiful, unmarried girl, joyously whispering, secretly, talking only to the most dearest friends. Whatever a mature woman is doing or saying, whatever a pativrata is doing, all of them doing whatever little is done secretly. That cannot be hidden from this Agni, the divine fire, that Tat Anuvedhati completely knows about it. You can't hide. You can only run from the fire. Oh my God. It took a while to understand this mantra. The first thing was, my God, what is this? What are these three specific stages of a woman's life? And suddenly, why is this Agni fellow spying on them? And why only women mentioned? What happened to all the idiots? They are also doing secret things. Isn't Agni not spying on them? What is this stuff? How much time we have? Okay, 10 minutes. So Agni here is not the physical fire in a ritual pit, but the Agni here is the Jata Veda, the omniscient inner fire that is dwelling in all the beings. And that, how Swami creates this whole thing about how I talked about Jata Veda. I'm telling you very honestly and truthfully, when the first few sentences are uttered or said, there is nothing planned that this is today I'm going to talk about this mantra, therefore I should give this preamble and come prepared to this class. Nothing like that happens. The truth of the matter is, this Bhagavan who is present in this satsang, he works on this collective mind and speaks and declares everything in his own most incredible divine plan. So this Jata Veda is who it is referred to here as the Agni. This awareness of the birth itself is Jata Veda. Then who is this Kumari, Yoshit, Pativrata, a young maiden, a worldly woman, a devoted wife? That's three different ways, huh? And why only woman is mentioned? Okay. So, obviously, this mantra is nothing to do with women. Let's be very clear about that. The naive, innocent one who is played by the desires, the naive, innocent mind that is played by the desires, that is the one that whispers joyfully when they discover something about themselves. Ah, my God, I found out something beautiful today about myself. That is the naive, innocent mind that occasionally discovers something outside of the playful desires. The second is a mind which is complex, passionate, and deeply inward, representing that mind that is entangled in the material world. It is seduced by external objects, heavily involved in samsara, and driven by ego and attachment. A pati vrata means that which has taken the oath to be protected by this divine. That is pativrata. Not a devoted wife or a chastised woman or nothing like that. Any mind that is focused, dedicated, disciplined, representing that awakened one-pointed mind, and it has turned its back on worldly distractions and is now intensely and fiercely devoted to its ultimate reality. All of these things, all of those things cannot be hidden from the divine. So whether your mind is wandering like a playful child, lost in the heavy desires of the world and completely consumed by the world in pursuit. The first mind is the mind engaged in pleasure. The second mind is the mind engaged in pursuit. The third is the mind that is engaged in purpose. All the three P's representing that mind that is in prayas. Anuvedhati. Into all those things is already penetrated. The intimate knower of your exact state without judgment. And you are never outside of this perfect awareness of this divine light. That is the most beautiful insight into this Kumari, Yoshit, Pativrata. Yat Yat Kumari Mandrayate Yad Yoshed Yat Pativrata Arishtai Yat Kinchak Kriyate Agnistadanuvedhati. So in essence, what this beautifully is saying is, you can never hide from the divine. Whatever your state of mind, you can never hide from the divine. One fellow, I read it somewhere, I don't know the exact context of it. I believe it was shared by one student. Swami went to a student and asked, "Hey, I saw you yesterday, you were smoking, huh? Huh?" And then he said, "No, Swami, I was not smoking." "What do you mean?" Because he was wondering, when did Swami see me smoking? I didn't see. No, Swami, I was not smoking. And Swami waved his hand, materialized a picture. This fellow was standing right next to a killi bunk and smoking a cigarette. And then Swami asked, "Is that not you?" Oh my God, instant production of a picture of me smoking next to that. And Swami said, "Where can you hide from me, Ra? I am the witness consciousness. I am watching everything with innumerable number of eyes. Devya akshabhihi vishwa adhishriyo odhita orva amarcha nivato o devyu udvataha." What we are chanting these mantras without knowing what we are doing to ourselves. It's a beautiful example of Bhagavan saying, "You cannot hide from me. Where can you go and hide from me?" There was this beautiful saint of Karnataka called Kanakadasa. And his Guruji, after a discourse, satsang, was giving fruit as prasadam after the satsang. And then he told the devotees, "Please eat this prasadam where nobody is seeing you, and come back and tell me what you experienced." And the next day, he asked what happened to the prasadam. Everybody ate very happily. They went into their rooms, put a blanket on themselves, and ate the fruit. And only Kanakadasa came back with the fruit bag. I said, "Hey, Kanakadasa, what happened? You don't have a blanket at home." Kanakadasa said, "You said you eat in a place where nobody is watching." God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. You think I only speak bhajans and Sanskritam? Every English song also I find spiritual path. God is watching us from a distance. So that is the essence of the beautiful And then next week we'll continue with the mantra number 118. One more line left in this mantra. One more yajus, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Yadakshara padabhrashta.
ॐ श्रीसायीश्वराय नमः हरिः ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व सायीश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व सायीश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष सायीश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्रीसायीश्वरार्पणमस्तु.
Okay, Jai Sai Ram. Are there any questions, comments, reflections? Okay. All blissed out.
Sai Ram Anna.
Yes.
So what is the ultimate purpose of the life, Anna? Is this the same for everyone, or
Ultimate purpose of life is to live happily. What is the purpose of life is to live happily, not touched by anything. That is what the mantra is saying. You are not touched by any parangetya jamayi, parangetya nashaki. Don't turn outward into that which is decaying and that which is perishing, and connect to that is imperishable, undecaying. You are that only. To think otherwise means that you lost that connection. Yes. What is the ultimate purpose? Means there are different types of purposes. There is a normal purpose, there is a penultimate purpose, then there is ultimate purpose, then there is all of the what does that call ultimate purpose? They say super loving. Nowadays the kids use even different line. He is wicked beautiful, they say. It is wicked beautiful. And I'm looking at what is wicked beautiful. Huh? You understand how they use the words? Hey, dude, you are wicked cool, man. And then it's wicked cool. What is wicked cool? What is the ultimate purpose? There is only one purpose. Now there is no ultimate purpose and this purpose, that purpose. Huh? Just be happy. Know that you are the indweller, not the deha. That is what the mantra is saying. Yes. I know the next question is, how can I be like that, Anna? No, not first be, then happiness will come. Don't try to chase. If I do this, I will be happy. If I don't do this, I will be unhappy. Nothing like that. Just be, and then happiness will follow after you.
So, Anna, can I ask you another question from the point of view of not from us, but what is the ultimate purpose of being that witness conscious? What is its ultimate purpose? Is it to keep a tab on our karmas, or?
Oh, you are asking now, I am separate from somebody else who is watching me. And what is that fellow doing to me? Why am I getting policed by somebody else? Constant vigilance with Wi-Fi connection, and then we have this, CC cameras on me. What is the purpose of this CC camera on me all the time? Witness. So many cameras, Devya, Akshabihi, million number of cameras watching over me. Is that the question?
Kind of, but is it ultimately because of the karma that is involved? I mean, it keeps a tab also on the karma. Is it because of that?
Yeah, it is recording whenever it is needed. The camera, you can set it to record or not record. But unfortunately, what we have done is we have set it to record all the time. And a lot of data is now accumulated. Every movement is getting recorded. How will you behave suddenly that you have a CC camera on the top of you and somebody is recording every thought of yours, every movement of yours, every single aspect of what is happening within you? How will you behave?
Conscious.
What does that mean?
I mean, we are aware that somebody is. I am being watched.
You are
So
being
I'll be
watched.
conscious of that.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
Then what happens? And immediately you will know. You go onto that YouTube site and you for 2 consecutive times you picked up some video to watch, and that YouTube is bringing back the same garbage to you or the same thing back to you. Isn't it doing that? Hello?
No,
Isn't
I
it
didn't
doing that?
understand this.
When you are in YouTube with all the AI tools that are enabled now, it tracks what your preferences are, what your interests are, what you are actually thinking about, and then it will bring the same content back to you over and over again. Doesn't it?
Right, right.
Yeah. How is it doing that?
It scans our preferences and choices that we make.
That's exactly what the divine will do. That's what the divine is doing to you all your lifetime. Now you understood what is the purpose of witness consciousness. Ah, what a beautiful, all this time. Oh my God, look at this YouTube. Huh? You are baffled by it. You are surprised. How is it doing that? What? If a simple machine can track your interests and your thoughts and bring back the content related to what you are pursuing, what about this super consciousness that is beyond computational capacity of any AI machine? What will it do to you? So therefore, what will you do? If you are aware of that witness consciousness, then you become that witness consciousness to watch your thought, to watch your word, to watch your action, to therefore you will keep it completely parangetya jamayi, parangetya nashaki, ihachamutra chanveti, vidwan deva suranubhayan. Oh, what a beautiful, now you understand. So instead of, if you are aware that somebody is watching you and they are tracking you, let me be that witness conscious itself, so that my mind is watched, my senses are watched, my thoughts are watched, my words are watched. I am the witness of myself. I will have control over the data that I want to be part of, not the data that is dumped because of the interests of my mind and my senses. Yes. Hello, Sairam. Instead of saying that somebody has control over me, therefore I have no other choice rather than I am a poor fellow, I have to live all the consequences, I am the one go through. No, you are in charge of your action, your word, your thought, every single moment, and you are in control of it. Then what would life be? Then all the karma theory, all that nonsense is wiped off. I am the Dehi. I am the Dehi. I am not the Deha. Very beautiful question. Two
Thank you.
questions. Ultimate reality, I am being watched. God is watching us. Oh, where is God to watch you? God has no other purpose. Yes, what day, Chapra?
So Anna, this same mantra, the mantra that you explained just earlier, right? The young lady and the meaning of the mantra is about the mind, and it's different how the mind gets played, everything, right? So the same meaning is present in other. I mean, the same truth is being like told in multiple ways in a more encrypted way. So what is like it's the same truth in many mantras also, that the same thing has been said also, right? So why are they keeping this? Why did they take a different approach here and not keep it like the same way of saying it? Is it the context of the mantra? And uh, I'm, I'm I'm confused as to why they have to like keep this so
Why
secret.
is that? Very simply put, is that okay? Why is there redundant? Please mute Rabade. Your microphone is giving echo. Why is there a redundancy in the teaching? The same damn thing being told so many different ways. Why can't you simply say there is witness consciousness and be done with it? I get it. Why tell the same thing in so many ways? Because you are operated by so many different ways, by so many different tools. And therefore, the same truth is being focused on in many different angles so that you can look at it from this tool perspective, that tool perspective, and then you get an integrated overall perspective, not just one. Because simply say, hey, you are God, then you are God, then what will you do with that information? Suddenly say, I am God, I am God, I am no different from God, I am the infinite wisdom. You sing all of that stuff. Okay, you are all that. Now tell me what you do with that information. What is the application part of it? The application part of it has to be translated. The concept has to be brought in percept, and the percept depends upon different states of mind, different levels of awareness, different ways of comprehending it, and therefore to bring a total integrated perspective from all different ways, mantras teach the same truth over and over again in different ways. And this young beautiful girl, the Yoshit, the woman that is indulged in samsara. This is not reference to a woman as in a biological gender. It is talking about a state of the mind which is in the pleasure, the state of the mind which is overactive, the state of the mind that is balanced. All those are the states of the mind, and those three states of the mind cannot escape the witness consciousness and cannot go hide their secrets anywhere. What a beautiful way of telling that. Yes. Now suddenly women will feel, hey, why man, aren't there idiots like this? Three stages of idiots also, three idiots also same. Yes. There is nobody else other than a Stree in this universe. Every one of us, not biologically, by our composition, we are women. And what is that composition of a woman? Sattva, Tamas, Rajas, STR, associated with the I. Therefore, we are all Strees only. Aren't there idiots that whisper their secrets to all their stuff to other people? Yes, there are like that. So no male, female differentiation here. But they're using the Stree as a feminine, as a symbolism of the mind associated with the gunas. And also, generally speaking, the message gets very quickly inside if it is in reference to a woman. So, the parents may say whatever they want. Arey fellow, please don't smoke, don't do this, that. All of that the parents may tell lifelong. Suddenly girlfriend comes into picture. Hey fellow, why you are smoking? Da? I won't see you tomorrow for dinner, no dating anymore. Fellow will quit smoking instantaneously. What happened to the parents that raised you all this life, all these years? They have been telling you behave properly. Never you behave. Moment some young girl walks into the life, man, everything changes. Then love is blind. You will do anything, everything without even thinking what she is saying. That's the power of the woman, the mind. That's the power of the mind. Substitute the woman for the mind. Then you make all sense for you. Somo, purinjada.
Illana.
Okay, sorry.
Sir, just a common observation could contain that. That is the whole Aruna Prashna, Aruna, the rising sun, is ever present whether it is day or night. Now coming to us, coming to me, if I may say so. And Jata Veda, the fire, I mean, it's an, I wouldn't say amazing. It's nothing amazes me when I understand into the Vedic teachings. But this is absolutely, I mean, no words to say. This is just it is amazing indeed. Yeah, it's amazing that the same Jata Veda. We are forgetting that Aruna Prashna is what we are talking about. So beautifully done with all the variations of the seasons and everything and all. I mean, every aspect of cosmic consciousness. We're talking about that, the cosmic consciousness and the witness consciousness. Wow, this is just the whole thing. I wouldn't say thing. I mean, just a very disrespect for. My goodness, this is the whole creation. Hats off. That's all I can say.
Jai,
I don't know if you.
Jai Bolo Bhagavan Sri Satsai Baba Ji ki. Bhagavan is the light and the wisdom. In him we are all shining. So, because of him we are all shining. So, what will he do? What will he do? What you expressed is a very beautiful thought. Even what Srikant was asking, why so many different ways? Swastinaf Pusha Vishwaveda. You know the world because of this thing called Pushan. And because the sun has risen, what you are seeing, the entire creation you are seeing. If the entire creation looked like only you, Srikant Vadde, just imagine what would it be like? Hey, Srikant Vadde, just if you looked at the world and there is nothing else except Srikant Vadde, what you eat is Srikant Vadde, what you speak to is Srikant Vadde, there is nothing else that exists. What will be that like? Ekoham Bahushyam. I express myself in so many different ways that I can connect to that one which is within but expressed very beautifully. How does that expression come into picture? Because of the rising sun. And that rising sun is what? Your arisen, awakened intellect. And in which you are seeing the beauty, the diversity of the entire creation, which in totality, in reality, is one but expressed as many. That is the beautiful essence of message that keeps coming back. Unity in diversity. Jai Sai Ram. Okay.
Quickly.
Yes.
You said, be the consciousness. What control we have in terms of, being that conscious, and we try to be
No, I didn't say you are already consciousness. You are telling your mind to be happy. Yes. Not the consciousness. Consciousness has neither happiness or pain. The happy is associated with your mind. So who are you instructing? Hey, mind, be happy. And where should you be? And if you are be, means that being, then you are automatically happy. That is what is the. You are not asking, how can I be consciousness is a ridiculous question. You are already consciousness. You are none other than consciousness. The instruction is to the mind. The instruction is to something that is taking you away from it. Pujada? Yes.
So, if you're saying instruction to the mind, then it becomes two, duality there. The second one is
Correct. What is creating duality? Mind.
Yeah.
So the tool itself is the one that is getting corrupt. So you have to fix the tool.
That is one part. And the second part, knowing this knowledge. After this class, for some time, feeling elevated, be focused on what you're doing, be there. But the ruchi slowly goes away. It just turns outward, toward the outward world. Somehow you pulled back into the same routine. So being in that, how to be in that same state of, how to be in the state of being in the class right now, how to continue this at least for a day. But it's not even goes for a day, and it comes back to the normal routine.
So correct. So that non-sustainability is associated with what? You are correct. What pulls you out into the world again? The mind. And it is required for you to operate in the world. But what happens when you get operated by it, the doer gets operated by it, then the problem is, but if the doer operates it, remember the fellow that Jai Vijay asked me, Jai Sai asked me, Mama, how I am really playing a lot of video games, Mama, how can I stop playing the video game? He asked me, the Jai Sai asked me. Jai Sai is his son. So they're both twins. And then long time, I don't, when they were little kids, I don't even know how many years ago that was. They are grown-ups now. I asked Jai Sai, hey, is the video game playing you or are you playing the video game? Are you playing the video game or is the video game playing you? He said, what do you mean? I said, if you are playing the video game, you will tell the video game, I will play with you for 10 minutes. Afterwards, I will go back to myself. If the video game is playing you, then you will never stop. It will keep on going and going and you will spend the whole night playing the video game. Similarly, if you tell the mind, hey mind, I want to use you to play in the world for 15 minutes. And after that, let's come back and be together. But instead, if you're played by the mind, you will never come back. That's it. Are you playing the mind or is the mind playing you? Very simple question. Nothing more than. Very simple question. Yes, the mind is there to play in the world. It's a tool. Don't get consumed by it. Means what? It 24/7 if you are only using this device, nothing else. You are played by the device. Jai Sai Ram. Swastif prajabhyah paripalayantam न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।